Hi everyone. So this will be a review, but I want to make sure that when you're completing your final project and you're creating the file that you'll use to design your movie poster and your billboard, that you are using the correct file size, resolution, and all that to make sure that your movie poster is as best quality as it can be. So we're going to go through the motions to do this on our poster, and then you'll go through the same motions to do this on for your billboard, just different dimensions and different DPI or PPI. So I'll go to New File, and here we'll have our new document window. We want to create a poster that is 27 inches by 40 inches for the poster and at 300 DPI. 300 DPI for the poster because you'll be looking at this up close. This might be in the lobby of a movie theater. People are going to be able to look super closely at your movie poster, and if there are pixels, it's not going to be a very good look. For the billboard, we can do 150 DPI because these billboards we see from the street or driving past pretty quickly, and they're very large, so to have very fine detail is not very practical. I also want to make a note that for the billboard, we are scaling down to the same ratio of width to height as a rectangle, but it's going to be a smaller rectangle because I don't want you to have a 20-foot file in your Photoshop. That would probably crash your computer. So let's go ahead and do the dimensions of our poster, and I'll just walk you through the steps to make sure that you're formatting while you're designing properly. So we'll stick 27 inches here. Make sure you have inches, not pixels or centimeters. Let's do inches, and 40. Now it's automatically going to select the portrait orientation. Resolution, put that up to 300 ppi. And here in our RGB color mode, we actually want to be in CMYK because this is going to be printed. This is a printed poster. So remember from the previous module, when we're designing on the computer, it's RGB because those are the lights of the pixels. It's a different color kind of combination with light than it is for ink. So when we are designing for ink, when we know we're going to print something, we want to be in CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. You'll often see this actually makes quite a difference, especially when you're using neon colors. So if you're designing on Photoshop and you're using neon, that will look really great in RGB, and it'll look really great on your computer screen. CMYK printer does not achieve a neon color, so you'll see that it looks different when you change your color mode to CMYK. Something to keep in mind, especially if you're using neon or bright colors, but the colors will slightly change visually. So with your background contents, I typically go for the white option. Transparent will be those checkerboards that you might have seen, and create. So now I've got a 27 inch by 40 inch rectangle at 300 DPI. This is where I'm going to make all my designs for my poster. I'm going to create many layers so I can use non-destructive editing techniques that we've learned, and I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. Now, if I'm using imagery, a photographic imagery, not just artwork that I'm painting with my brush or my pencil tool, I want to make sure that you have a big enough file that has enough data. So you don't want to get some random photo that is really pixelated because it's not going to look good on your poster, especially to a close-up viewer. When you're choosing images, if they're not your own and you don't know what the DPI is, going to pexels.com or another free image source, then you'll have an option typically to select your image size. So these are going to be at 72 dpi on pixels, but if you have an image that is 3000 or above pixels per inch in the width and height, it's basically going to be the same thing. So I don't want small, I don't want medium, I don't even want large, I want the original, which was probably a raw file from somebody's digital camera. It's a super big image. This is going to be very clear. This is what you want. So make sure if you're sourcing imagery from something other than your own work, you are seeking this original size. And if you are using your digital camera, make sure that you're shooting in RAW. So then I'll download and select this size, and I'll make note of the artist, of course, and I'm going to cite them in my design. When I bring this in, if you need to resize at all, I'm going to hit enter. Please make sure to use your smart object. So without rasterizing this, you can scale down, scale up, and it's not going to lose any resolution, as we've discussed before. You can check what the resolution might look like once you've printed it by going to this little corner here. You'll see that's going to show you a percentage. At 100% zoom in, that's going to give you a pretty accurate look at what this would look like if it's printed out and you're looking at it on a table right in front of you. So that looks pretty good. There are some pixels, but this will print pretty well. The other thing I wanted to make sure that you're aware of is the practice of merging your layers. So if I had my bird here and I've got some layers behind the bird, let's see, let's put some shapes in. And on another layer I have another shape. And on another layer I have another shape, but in the same color. Another layer I have a different color, and so on. I can merge these layers into a all over shape layer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shapes on these layers are going to just add to my file size. I can select all of these by clicking and hitting Shift, holding down Shift, click, 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 and then right-clicking on these layers and merging them together. And then I can say shapes. And you can do that for all of your layers, or anything that's kind of similar might make sense for grouping, and that will decrease your file size. So when I'm done with my movie poster, I'm going to File, Save As. I'm going to go to on my computer so it doesn't save directly to the cloud. And I'm going to choose TIFF. Movie poster 1, save to my desktop, and upload to Canvas. It reminds you that including layers will increase your file size. That's why we decrease the layers by merging some of them. We're not going to be able to eliminate all of them because we still might want to go back and edit. For your thumbnail submission for this week, it's okay to eliminate all the layers. Waiting for this to save. I want you to create one file with both of your this can be 150 with both of your poster and your billboard. So I can save my movie poster as a JPEG. Remember, I'll have to go to Save Copy to find JPEG in this format. There's my JPEG. And I can have to wait till it finishes saving. And I'm going to scale this down so I can fit my billboard beneath it. And let's just pretend. This is my billboard. That can go below, and that way me and the class will be able to see your movie poster and your billboard in one file. You can merge these into the background. Save as on your computer. And this is just for your presentation that's due on Sunday, the 10th, to get the final feedback before your final project. Your final project, your poster, and your billboards, those I'll need in TIFF files. For your presentation, that's what we'll have our JPEG files for your discussion this week. So movie, poster, billboard for critique and presentation. And I can upload this and get some feedback before I'm done. You'll see it's a little bit grayed out. That's the CMYK at work. It's not as vibrant. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions, and I'm really looking forward to seeing these.